Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is A-Team, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how you can properly draw your key levels and use market structure in Confluence to take higher probability trades. Now, don't mind my whole background. I'm currently back in school right now. I'm back in the trenches, and I just decided I wanted to film this video to just share some knowledge because I've been getting it. A couple of people have requested for me to shoot this particular video, so I thought I might as well just create the video already. So I'm going to share my screen right now, so you can see so we can do the chart breakdown, and I'm going to show you how to properly draw your key levels and also use market structure in line with your key levels to take higher probability trades, like I said earlier. So one of the things we're looking to do now, some of the concepts I want to get straight before we go into the charts and I show you the actual charts and we do the whole breakdown, is first of all, we need to talk about market structure. Now, there are three ways in which the markets can move. That one, most people know this already. There's a downtrend where the market is forming lower highs and lower lows, right? That's the first thing, right? There is consolidation where the market is moving sideways. Some people also call it a ranging market, which is the same thing, right? So consolidation or a ranging market or a sideways market where the market is not necessarily moving in a particular, it's just moving sideways. It's not trending in any particular direction. And the final one is an uptrend where the market is forming new highs. Let me delete that and draw it again. Where the market is forming new highs, new lows, higher high, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and continuing like that. So when you come to the market, when I personally come to the market, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see the market structure in the market. So whether the market is an uptrend, consolidation, or a downtrend, that's the first thing I'm looking out for once I approach the markets, right? So just to keep that in mind, that's the first thing. So before you decide to identify, or before personally I decide to identify my key levels in the market, I always make sure to try to identify market structure first. So once I've identified my market structure, I can begin to identify my key levels. Another concept I want us to get straight is the idea that once a support is broken, there's a possibility that it becomes a resistance. So it turns to resistance. So for example, if we have this key level over here and you have price in a downtrend, because the market structure is important, so you need to understand what trend the market is in, right? We have price in a downtrend and price hits this key level. Let's say previously in the future, price has reacted to that level. Previously in the past, right? Price has reacted to that level. Price has hit the level, rejected off of the level now, and then price has broken below that support level. What happens? The support level turns to a resistance level. So price pulls back to that level, potentially to form the lower high, right, and then continue to the downside, right? So that's one thing we need to understand. And same thing in an uptrending market. Let's delete this and draw an uptrending market. So once the market is trending to the upside, forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, once price comes into an area that has been respected previously, there's a tendency for price to react off of that level, forming resistance at that level. If it breaks above, price is most likely going to come back, form support at that level, forming a higher low and continuing to the upside. So I hope that concept makes sense, right? So I'm going to be showing you how you can use these concepts, market structure, how to draw your levels properly, right? Using all of these things to combine them together to find good trading entries in the market, or at least how I personally do it. So I'm going to go over to the live charts now and just show you what I'm looking for. GU this week has been crazy, man. See how many pips GU has dropped since. It's currently at 1.085, which is insane, guys, insane. So looking at the markets now, the first thing I try to do when I see a plain market, right, when I see a plain chart, is try to understand what is going on in terms of market structure. And clearly, guys, I can see markets forming lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower lows, lower highs. Like the market is in a downtrend. The market is trending towards the downside. And when the market is trending towards the downside, I'm not trying to catch any pullbacks or any retracement. I'm literally just trying to follow the trend. I'm just following the trend. So if the market is trending to the downside, I am selling. If the market is trending to the upside, I'm buying. I'm not trying to, I'll sell the drop, then I'll try to buy the impulse, sell the impulse and try to buy the retracement, no, I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to stick to what I can see in the market. Now, when it comes to drawing my key levels in the market, what I'm looking for is for areas where price has reacted to multiple times. And the way this tends to happen is over time, you tend to train your brain multiple times. Once you've done it over and over and over again, you get the experience and you can train your eyes to basically see key levels in the markets, right? Does that make sense? So clearly looking at this chart right now, I'm going to draw a couple of key levels so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So one of the key levels I can clearly see is over here, this key level over here. So if I draw this out, the reason I drew this level is simply because price has reacted to it multiple times. So if I look closely, you can see price forming resistance over here. Price formed resistance, resistance, resistance over here. Price finally broke above the level. And what did I say happens? Once price breaks above a resistance level, it turns to support. So you can see how price pulled. Let me enlarge this so you can see it clearly. Price pulled back to the level to form support, pushed up, came back to the level, price reacted to the level over here, price reacted to the level over here, reacted to the level over here. So those are the kind of areas I'm looking for when it comes to like key levels in the markets. Does that make sense? So let me delete this level and draw more levels so you understand what I am saying. So clearly looking at the markets right now, looking at this region, I'm going to draw some levels and show you how you can identify entries, also identifying key levels in the markets with market structure. So what I'm looking at in this level is very, very simple. So as you can see, there's clearly a key level over here. Right, so we have this level over here. I'm going to show you how we can trade these levels also. So we have this level over here also. I can decide to draw this level around here. Right. Then I can decide to draw finally this level at the bottom here. I also like to refine my levels. So after I've drawn it, I come back and I try to refine every level to make sure, I've drawn the level to my satisfaction. So this is like a support level over here. So I'm going to adjust this level to just make it a bit smaller. Okay, perfect. So let me adjust that a bit. Okay. So now, sorry, I'm just like very, I'm just very like, I like to make my levels very, precise and very, I like to make them look nice. Okay, so how could we have traded in this particular market? First thing, like I said earlier, is we need to identify market structure, right? So you can see clearly from this angle how price came over here, formed support, pulled back. So we had a lower low, lower high. We had a lower low over here. We had a lower high. We had a lower low. We had a lower high. We had a lower low. So you can tell that the market structure in this particular condition is bearish. It's going to the downside. So in this particular level, I will have been looking to sell. So one of the things I'm looking at now is drawing my key level. Simply, if we have this key level over here, why do I have this key level over here? The first reason is this key level over here. You can see how price, if I go to a higher time frame, you see how price, let me go to the daily time frame so you can see it clearly. I hope the network does not lag. Come on. Okay. You can see on the daily time frame, let's remove that. You can see on the daily time frame clearly how price reacted to this level. You can see on the daily time frame how we had this reaction to this level at this point, forming strong resistance at this level. Then you can see how we had strong support at this level. Mind you, I had not even gone to the daily time frame to draw this key levels. This is straight off of me looking at the 4-hour time frame. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame and I'll show you how you can get entries, using market structure and just your key levels, as the major confluences for entry trades. So like I said, we have this first key level over here. Mind you, all of this has not happened. We're not looking at any of this. Yes, what we're looking at is this area of the market right now. So we have this support, this resistance level. So I just draw my level into the future. You can see how the level was reacted to in this place. But we're not looking at that area yet. So if you look here, we have price reacting to this level once, reacting to the level twice. We had price dip into the level and continue to the upside. So we had like 3 reactions to this level. So what I do is I just draw it out into the future. And what did I say happens when once price breaks a support level? Most of the time turns to a resistance level. So we had first confluence is market structure is bearish. So the market is moving to the downside. So we're forming lower lows. We have a lower low here, we have a lower high, and then boom, price has broken this particular low to form a lower low. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting for price to pull back right up and give me a lower high, right? So I'm looking for price to give me a lower high at my key level that I had identified before. So once price had pulled back to my key level, now the next thing I'm looking for is an entry for me to continue to the downside. So what I'm looking for an entry is going to be some form of rejection candle from that level. The first entry that I would have probably taken, right, is probably going to be this candle over here. After price came in, formed the rejection candle, put my entry here, my stop loss somewhere above. But clearly, as you can see, price will have come back and stopped me out, right? But I will have gotten another entry somewhere around here, right? So my take profit, looking to the left, you have to look to the left to set a good take profit, but my take profit somewhere down there, and my stop loss somewhere above, the level, the market structure over there. So that is how you can use like market structure to also serve as an extra confluence with your key levels to enter particular trades. Now let's go back, let's zoom out a bit, and I'll show you how you could have caught these buys over here. I think this was one of the buys that I caught. I think I took this on my MFF challenge. It's somewhere on this channel. I'm not sure which video though, but somewhere on the channel. So if I do the market structure analysis of this particular region of the chart, you can see how we have this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price broke above this low. Let's delete this. Price broke above this particular high over here to form a higher high. So what does that tell us? That price has changed market structure. So once market structure, how market structure works is if we're in a downtrend and we're forming lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, we have a lower low, and then price breaks above this lower low to form a higher high. Sorry, price breaks above this lower high to form a higher high. What's most likely going to happen is price will pull back to give me a higher low and continue to the upside. So that is how we have a change in market structure. We change from having this lower lows and lower highs, we're having this downtrend to having an uptrend over here, right? So let me just check if the video is recording real quick, because okay, perfect. So we have this downtrend and price changed to an uptrend simply because we had this high breaking above of this high. And if it was an uptrend that was changing to a downtrend, we have something like this: price pushing to the upside, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then this low breaks below the previous low. So once this low has broken below the previous low, we have some form of retracement to form a lower high, and then price can continue to the downside, forming lower lows and lower highs. So you can see how price has changed direction from an uptrend to a downtrend. So that's something that you need to take note of and look at in the markets that happened multiple times. And that's exactly what happened here. We had a change in market structure. So we have markets forming a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and then this high is higher than this previous high. So we had price pull, up into this level and form the high that is above this particular high. So that means there's a change in market structure. So now what am I looking for? I'm looking for price to pull back into my key level, give me some form of rejection and continue to the upside, right? So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So if I expand the charts now around this region, around this region now, what I'm looking for is buys, simply because market has broken, the market structure has changed, right? We're no more looking for a downtrend. This high has broken above this high, right? So I'm looking for buys. So as you can see, price broke above this level. I think I had my level set around something like this. Let's adjust the level a bit. So yeah, it was something like this. So this is the 4-hour time frame. Let's adjust this guy. Okay, perfect. So we had price break above this high. So once price broke above this high, what was I looking for? I was looking for some form of pullback to this level and then rejection for me to continue to the upside. So after price gave me this rejection candle and continued to my level, once price got to my level, I was like, okay, I'm looking for an entry. So I went down to the 1-hour time frame. Right, let's see. Hopefully it loads well. So I went down to the 1-hour time frame and it was very simple for me. Once price came into the 1-hour time frame and gave me this bullish engulfing candle, right? This engulfing candle that engulfs this previous, candle. I took my entry somewhere around here. I have the video explaining this trade, the whole breakdown of this trade somewhere on this channel. I just can't remember. I think my stop loss was below this wick to the left over here, and my take profit was up as this highs, which is like a 1 to 2.01, a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio, which is a very good trade. So that's simply what I'm looking for in the market, right? I'm looking for market structure. First and most important thing is market structure. You can't be trading against the trend. So just clearly looking at GU right now, some of the trades that I took, over the past, weeks also, you can clearly see this level. I think extends here. Perfect. So you can clearly see this level over here that price has reacted to. So we had price react to this level, come into this 1.175 level, came into the level, pushed up, came back into the level again, rejected. So it was a very strong level of support. And what happened once support was broken? We had price break supports. We had price respect its support level, pushed up, hits the support level again, pushed up. We had this kind of consolidation over here. And price broke below the support level. And what happens when price breaks below a support level? It turns to resistance. So price pulled back, turned this level. I had an issue with my with the network. But anyways, like I was saying earlier, we had price break below this level, pull back to the level, and then change into a resistance level, right? So we'll look for an entry around this area to continue to the downside. So market structure is the most important thing. The reason why I'm looking for sales is because the market structure is bearish. We're having lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs to continue. And everywhere in the market, you're going to see this. Every single place in the market, you're going to see it's barely just looking at the charts right now. Sorry, I need to check if this video is recording. Okay, so I have PTSD from filming videos and then finding out that it wasn't recording throughout the whole time. But anyways, just join out this key level over here. You can see how price reacted to this level. Let me draw this level down here also. Like I said, very clean market structure. So you can see how price had this kind of downtrend over here, right? So we had this high. This market structure. It's like a consolidating market structure. And when we had this high break above this high. So once price broke above this high, we had to pull back to the level to continue to the upside. So it was this is like an uptrending structure after this high was broken. So we formed a higher high, and then what happened next? Price decimated this lows. So price broke below this lows over here. So what are we now looking for? Since price has broken below this lows, there's a change in market structure. We're moving higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, and then boom, we had a lower low. So we had price break below this low. Simply, what are we looking for? For price to pull back to this key level that we have over here. Give us some form of rejection, which, excuse me, you can clearly see over here, and then price melted to the downside, right? Melted to the downside. What do we have over here also? Is the same thing as it's the same exact thing. Half price breaking below this key level. Why is it key? Because you have a support price rejected the level multiple times. They had even some form of indecision at this level. What do we have? Price came back into the level. See how many rejection weeks we have at this level, guys. So many rejection weeks. Price rejected multiple times before melting to the downside. And then if I draw my level over here also, it's the same thing over and over and over again. You just need to backtest it and spend some time with the chart, and then you notice that you're also seeing the same things, right? Over time, you begin to notice all of these things. What do we have over here? Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Very simple market structure. You have price in a downtrend, right? You have price primarily, consolidating around this area, and then boom, we had a break below the level. Once this support level was broken, support broken, turned to resistance, price came back to the level, give us some form of rejection, sell, and to continue to the downside. So you'll be looking for your entry somewhere around here on the lower time frames. Let's say you go down to the 30 minutes or the 15 minutes time frame, look for a good entry over here to continue to the downside. So let me quickly, I feel like I've passed across the points that I want to, but I just want to quickly show you Euro USD also. This is very clean market structure on the daily. Exactly what I'm saying. We're looking at a downtrend. What is price doing? Price is in a downtrend. So what are we looking for? For support to turn into resistance, for resistance to turn into support. You can clearly see how price came down into this level. Where's my price came down into this level, rejected level, pushed all the way up, I had this so price was forming lower lows, lower highs over here, and then boom, price broke below this low over here, this very key support level. What do we have? Price pulled back, turned support into resistance, gave us some form of rejection, and boom, sell off to the downside. Very strong sell off to the downside. What do we have over here? Price is still in a downtrend. We're still forming lower lows and lower highs, right? So let me click on this price form support over here, from the lower low over here, kind of form same highs over here, double top, and the price broke below these lows over here. What do we have? Price pulled back into the level, give us rejection, and boom, sold back to the downside. So that's exactly what you need to do. Firstly, identify market structure, then look at your key levels, and then look for entries, right? When support turns into resistance at your key levels, or resistance turns into support, you can see how we formed a lower low over here, lower high, lower low. This support level turn to a resistance level, look for an entry, sell to the downside. This support level turn to broke below, turn to resistance level, continue to the downside. So very, very clean market structure. In this type of scenario now, what we'll be looking for, you can clearly see how we are still in a very strong downtrend. Still in a very strong downtrend. We had this low, at this support level, lower high, and then lower low. Price broke below this lows, retraced, and then after price rejected off of this level, pushed to the upside. We had price come into this level multiple times, reject the level, come here, reject the level, come here, reject the level. So we basically formed like a lower high at this point, and then boom, price has broken below this level. So what are we going to be looking for next? We're looking for, but simply just going to wait for price to pull back to this level, give us some form of rejection off of this level. Why? Because the market structure is bearish. We're at a very key level, and then we look for an entry, some form of rejection candle to continue to the downside. So we'll be looking for something like this to take place. But this is on the daily time frame, and I personally don't trade Euro USD, but this is just to show you how market structure works, right? So what am I going to be looking for if I was trading this pair on this particular scenario? Break below the level, pull back to the level, maybe price wants to mess around the level for a bit, and then boom, continue to the downside, take my profits and move on to the next setup. So I hope that makes a lot of sense, guys. I hope you've gained some form of value from this video. I just wanted to explain because I got a lot of requests to explain how I draw my key levels and how I use market structure, all of that. So I just decided to put everything into one video and show you how I take my entries, how I do everything when it comes to the way I trade the markets, right? So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe if you've watched up until this point. I really appreciate you, giving me your time and watching all of these videos that I drop on this channel. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, if you want us to do a one-on-one session, you can DM me on Instagram. I can help out. If you have any struggles with your psychology, your trading, your anything, just send me a DM on Instagram at AETMEFX. The link is also in the description. Send me a direct message there, DM there, and then I'll respond. And we can set up a free 30 minutes one-on-one session. It's free, guys. So yeah, you basically have nothing to lose. So also check out myfxtracker.com, the #1 automated trading journal in the whole of forex industry. That's my company. Also, what we try to do is to make sure that you get an automated trading journal, something that journals your trades and breaks down your analytics for you, so that you can find out the weak areas in your trading, improve on them, right, to become a more profitable and a better and all round just a better trader altogether. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm literally just trying to share my journey, both the highs, lows, everything in between, so that you guys can benefit from what I'm sharing, and you don't have to make the mistakes that I make on this whole journey, right? So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you guys took some form of value from this video. If you did, like I said earlier, like and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.